I'm in Nagoya and I was thinking of eating some Nagoya original food, which was like tebasake, which is basically like chicken wings, like with the actual like icky bits still attached. I was looking at the Nagoya original food and I was like, nah. And I walked past the store, it's called Hongo Tei, and on the sign it said King of Ramen. And that's a big claim. From Nagoya station, you want to leave the station on the Taiko Dori side. You know you're in the right area because it's near the north exit of the Shinkansen tracks. There's a gift kiosk over there and there's a McVomits over there. So just head towards the McVomits and then hang a left and you'll be exactly where you need to get out, and then head towards the ramen shop. Now you're at the station, you'll eventually come to a crosswalk. It's a giant ass road here. You'll see a big camera across the road there. That's the way you want to go. You want to cross over here right in front of the big camera. Alright, so once you get across from the station, you'll find yourself in front of the big camera over there. Now you walk along with the big camera on your right, and then you keep going down the street that way. Now if you aren't distracted by the really cool dudes and really lovely ladies wearing very revealing clothing, yes, both the ladies and the dudes wear very revealing clothing in Nagoya, you'll eventually get to an intersection. You'll notice there's a bright pink building on your left over there, and then there's a mini stop across the road. And you keep going, you pass the mini stop, and just 2 buildings down there, you will see Hongo Tei. So here I am waiting for mine. I got the miso ramen, which is a miso tonkotsu. If it is as good as they claim it will be, mixing my 2 favorite types of ramen together could just be the most amazing fusion. Or it could bomb horribly. Either way, while I didn't quite intend to make another ramen video for a long time, because I'm making too many of them, it turns out I'm going to be making another ramen video. First up, customary, test the soup. Very thick, very creamy. The first hit is spectacularly impressive, though it peters out a bit. It's a bit flat. Right, don't judge a ramen by its soup alone. It's good. It's good. Definitely good. King of Ramen? I don't know. Oh wow. The chashu is amazing. I must say, this chashu is some of the best chashu I've ever had. So I was thinking maybe I should get the shoyu, not the miso, because then I could compare it to Taizen back in Akihabara. But I'm kind of happy that I didn't, because I might have had a slightly lower opinion of this place if I did. I've never had miso tonkotsu before, and so I must say The fusion of flavor, I like. I like it a lot. That said, if nothing else, I think this needs a little bit of garlic. And a little bit of this. That should fire it up a bit. Let's try it now. It gives it an edge. Put some pepper on as well. The pepper sets it off nicely. Yeah, definitely. Go to Hongo Tei in Nagoya, you gotta add pepper to your ramen. Which is a bit of a bummer, because one of my prerequisites for a ramen shop making tier 1 is, on its own, the soup is good enough to hold itself. I mean, whether it's excellent like Taizen or Rokumonsen, whether it's really good like Skia in the place with the reggae. The soup holds its own. Skia tastes nicer with garlic, but if you don't add garlic, it's not gonna kill you. This place kinda needs the pepper to set it off. And once you put the pepper in, it's a whole new thing. And it's so much more robust and so much more delicious. And so by that grade, it would be a really high-end tier 2, as in, if I couldn't find anything better in the area, next time in Nagoya, this is what I'll eat. And then you grip a piece of this amazing chashu, and it blows your mind. And so I'm left with a tricky decision. The chashu on its own is tier 1, and the chashu sort of brings the whole ramen together. For 1,000 something, they've got a chashu ramen, which is basically crap tons of chashu. I say get that one. I reckon if you get that one, throw some pepper in, it could be a full-on tier 1 ramen and worth a good repeat. Otherwise, it doesn't quite make the grade. The noodles, I think the noodles are what let everything down, because they honestly, the noodles, they feel a bit cheap. There's just something about the actual men. I think if we swap this men out for something a little more Fukuoka, a little thinner, a little harder, it would probably, the soup in itself would sort of come together better. I don't know. But then you guys must understand, my ramen standards are extremely high, because if you like the idiot, the complete absolute ramen illiterate that wrote that stupid 29 Reasons to Love Tokyo article and said that Ichiran is the best ramen in the world, if you're someone who would think that Ichiran is the best ramen in the world and you came here, your mind would explode with the force of 1,000 suns, because it's really good compared to run-of-the-mill crap ramen. Mind-blowingly good. And this chashu is amazing. I think if they just change the noodles, something a little firmer or something a little thicker, I think they'll definitely be contenders for high-end tier 1. Definitely be contenders. But as to their claims of being the king of ramen, I don't know. I don't know. If I was the one crowning them, no, they're not the king. Definitely knights though. Definitely nights. Good. ごちそうさまでした。